and welcome to the 80sist Hair Metal Mini Game, the podcast that uses your votes to determine the most totally metal track ever to spray from a can of Aquanet. In Cleveland, I'm Keith Marsteller, and joining me from Seattle, it's the creator of the 80sist, and he's also a client. It's my longtime friend and co-host, Joe Wack. Hey, Joe.
Hey, Keith. Listen, since we're doing this hair metal minigame, I thought maybe I'd get some extensions.
Extensions?
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to be the one guy in this hair metal scene with, like hair like Jimmy Fallon.
You should be so lucky to have Jimmy Fallon's hair.
What?
Nothing. Listen, man, this is just a mini game. We'll be doing it intermittently and not for that long, so I probably wouldn't bother with extensions.
Okay.
Joe, is there a reason that your camera is off?
No.
Dude, what did you do?
Nothing.
Turn on your camera, Joseph.
I'd rather not.
No, man, come on. Turn on your camera. Let's go.
All right.
Jesus, Joe, that looks awful.
I mean, I don't think it looks that bad.
You look like if Carrie Russell had caved to pressure when she cut her hair for the second season of Felicity and she tried gluing all her hair back in place.
You don't think I look a little like Joe Elliott from Def Leppard?
You look like Cass Elliot after she died, bro.
Oh, okay.
Dude. Oof.
A Felicity reference. Hey-o.
Wow. Well, folks, welcome back to the 80sist. Oh, my goodness.
Welcome back.
Today, it is our 41st show of Side B, and we're going to lay out the little mini game that we're going to play each Friday from here on out while we allow the voting for Side B to occur, the second, third, fourth rounds, It's the hair metal region or mini game or whatever you want to call it, Joe. So, Joe, let's discuss this.
Let's do it.
Hair metal.
Lay it right out there. Hair metal.
Well, first, before we talk about hair metal, I wanted to thank a friend of the podcast, an actual human friend of mine, Peter Heiser. You know him. You love him.
I do know him.
He composed our theme song and played it for us. It's called Beast of Thunder.
Can I tell you how much I fucking love this song? I love it. My kids love it.
Joe and I and several friends did a production. Well, why don't you tell them where Beast of Thunder came from?
Our other podcast that's been on hiatus for a while, DBP Radio Theater, we did a series that was an action movie, and we needed a real badass metal theme for the action movie sound, and Pete very kindly worked this up for us, this Beast of Thunder, and it is beautiful.
And the protagonist in that, even though it was not set in the 80s, the protagonist of that was stuck in the 80s, right? And so
very much an 80s kind of dude.
So Pete was kind of directed to give it kind of that 80s hair metal vibe, and he did a pretty good job with it, considering
he delivered.
Yeah. All right, so Joe, let's talk about the idea of this mini game, right? This came from us not knowing what to do with these songs in the regular rankings, right?
Right. There were a few that we had in mind to put into the side B bracket. Yeah. And the thing is, it was it's kind of an apples to oranges kind of situation. We didn't figure that some of these songs would stand up against the more prototypical 80s songs that get votes.
And this, even though when you'll hear in a few moments the songs, hair metal as a genre is something that kind of popped up near the end of the decade, right? And there are some sample examples of it. Of course, it had to come from somewhere, right? So there are some older songs that can get thrown in the genre that we'll discuss. But for the most part, this was not an issue in side A. This was like a side B problem. What do we do with this shit?
Right.
Now, if I were to ask you, like, hair metal, like, what does that mean to you? And if you just had a sentence or two to say, like, Joe, what's hair metal? If your kid asked you, what would you say?
Daddy, what's hair metal?
What is it to me? To me, it is a genre that I attempted to get into in the 80s as I was casting about for like what my musical taste was going to end up being. Yeah. Because my musical taste had been dictated by AC in the Morning at Hot FM 101 and the American Top 40 from Casey Kasem, and I didn't really know what I liked. So I set out to kind of like get into metal music. It was not a great fit for me. I had a number of albums from some of the bigger hair metal bands, but ultimately I was like, that's not me. What about you? What does hair metal mean to you?
It was something I was not fully aware of until kind of the end of high school for me and beginning of college. My oldest friend, a guy named Chad, who maybe I've discussed on the show before, was very, very into this kind of music, and I ended up rooming with him in college. And so he and I got a radio show at WKSR in Kent on campus. You also had a show there.
I did.
But Chad's and my show was an actual hair metal themed show, believe it or not. So that's so I unfortunately, or fortunately, however you want to look at it, I know a lot about hair metal bands, and I know too much, so much so that I'm like not sure which ones are obscure and which ones aren't. Some of them are very obvious, like that they were super popular, but other ones I feel like, oh, I thought that was popular, and you're like, I've never heard of that. So
there were a number of those.
Yeah, and so, but there is a certain thing where you had to dress a certain way and do your hair a certain way, and in my definition of it, again, we have different definitions of it, you and I, as we'll get into. For me, the less talent, the more hair metal you are. So if you had actual talent, I considered you probably just like a rock band. And there's a couple of instances that I'll point out when we get to those bands where I'll be like, yeah, Joe, good choice of a song, but I didn't pick it because of that. I thought maybe they had too much talent on their roster. So for me, kind of being shitty was almost part and parcel with the hair metal genre, but
it's a badge of honor.
Kind of, yeah.
All right.
Anyway, Joe, have you seen James Gunn's HBO show Peacemaker?
I have, and I am eagerly awaiting the new season.
Same. For those who haven't seen it, this is it's a fun show, and it is a masterclass in hair metal. Like it's got the big hits, and it's got some obscure ones that are, it is woven in to the fabric of that show. Would you say, Joe?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah. So
I mean, think of James Gunn and what he always brings to soundtracks. Like think of the Guardians trilogy and how important music was to that.
Right.
And now it's that same kind of feeling, but it's all fucking hair metal, man.
Yes. It is glorious to me and a few friends who were like, I dare say that I was in the scene of hair metal because I had normal hair. I did go to a couple of these concerts with friends that wanted someone to go with them. I didn't have T-shirts for the most part of these things. I might have had one. Anyway, we'll talk about it more throughout the whole mini game, my relationship with hair metal and yours. But that's what we're dealing with, folks. We're doing 16 of these songs. Joe, how did we do the calculations?
We kind of came in with our lists. We laid them out, and we did it very mathematically.
We did that same math deal, right? Just
the ones that scored the highest, that's our top seeds. Yeah. And then we kind of whittled it down.
We whittled it down, and then, of course, there's going to be ones that didn't make it, right? So,
right.
Well, there you go. So there are going to be 16 songs played in this region preview, as usual. And let us know what you think of this selection. I guess we'll let it play. I know your sister, Joe, is going to have very strong opinions on whether this field is good or not.
I'm sure she knows some of these bands, probably not all of them.
Well, we'll find out. So, Joe, before I play this, today, this show, as fate may have it, is our 100th show of the 80s-ist.
Holy shit.
Can you believe that?
No, I can't. That's insane. We've done 100 of these. Good Lord.
Did we start in April or early May?
We started in April, yeah. April or May, yeah.
Somewhere in there, and now it is the very end of December. Most people will download this guy on December 27th. Right. So, almost... what does that make it, Joe? Like 8 months of this or something? So, yeah.
I can't do math. I'm a teacher on break.
100 episodes, Joe. Did you ever think we would make it to 100 shows?
No. I hoped. I figured we'd probably crap out before now,
Yeah. And here we are, still rolling.
We're still rolling, man.
All right. Well, here comes
We're still having fun because we're still the ones.
We're still the ones. Yes. Well, here is your region preview. Hold on to something. With apologies, I could not get quotes in here. No time with the holidays. Just the music. The 80s-ist. Side B. Hair Metal Region Preview.
not.
Oh, some of that was loud. And some of it was really bad.
Some of it's not great. Some of it, I'll be honest, there's a song or two in here that there's one song in here that I did not know. So, you really surprised me with one here. So, and we'll get to that.
There's also some stuff on here that I absolutely love.
Awesome. Well, ladies and gentlemen, you've now heard the preview. You know who is in. But how does that bracket lay out, Joe? Well, that's what we're here for, to lay out the matchups. And of course, I'll post, a visual representation of the bracket for everyone. So it's not just words. You can look at a picture and see how this all lays out. But Joe,
no one likes words.
That's right. Joe, do you want to go
Yes.
first or second on this one?
I'll go first. I'll start off because our first matchup is number 1 seed Pour Some Sugar on Me by Def Leppard.
Woo.
Taking on number 16, That's very confusing. Number 16, 17
Yes.
by Winger.
That's right. That makes it fun that it's 16 seed 17. All right.
Real who's on first kind of situation there.
Very much so.
Yeah.
The second matchup pits 8 seed Sweet Child O' Mine by Guns N' Roses against 9 seed Down Boys by Warrant. And, we'll get into it, but it should have been Cherry Pie, but Cherry Pie came out a few days into 1990, so we were... Oh, that sucked.
Damn it, Warrant.
So we went with Down Boys. All right.
Next we have number 5 seed Here I Go Again by Whitesnake.
Play that at my funeral, man.
Taking on number 12 Big Bottom by Spinal Tap.
All right, I will go ahead and admit that this is the song I had never heard of.
Come on, man. You've never watched This Is Spinal Tap?
I watched it once, but it was, 35 plus years ago.
Right.
So I guess I should say I've forgotten that I'd heard of it.
Okay, all right. But
I
dude,
never heard it
seriously.
again after my one watching of Spinal Tap.
You need to sit down and rewatch This Is Spinal Tap.
It's probably past due. I mean, if I sat down and watched Short Circuit, I should probably sit down and rewatch something that's actually funny, right?
Yes, please.
So anyway, yes, Big Bottom by Spinal Tap. I'll be interested how many folks remember that song and would consider it hair metal, but I'll make my arguments against or for it at a later date.
All right.
Next matchup, 4 seed, Living on a Prayer by Bon Jovi, taking on 13 seed, Dream Warriors by Dokken. So yeah, woo! That one's a movie one, by the way. So
Yes, it is. It is.
Had a couple of choices with Dokken. Decided to go with Dream Warriors because of your affection for movie songs. So
There you have it. That brings us to number 6 seed Round and Round by Rat, taking on number 11 Tesla with Love Song.
oh yes, that's oh yeah, Tesla. We got a lot to talk about with Tesla when we get to that one. All right. Next matchup, Joe. Number 3 seed, that party anthem, Nothing But a Good Time by Poison, against the 14 seed, Don't Know What You Got Till It's Gone by Cinderella. Yeah. Oof. What a matchup.
I would argue that's kind of an underranked song.
You will get your chance to argue that for sure.
All right.
Yeah, the time will come.
All right, next up we have number 7 seed Wait by White Lion.
Oh, shit.
Going against number 10 seed I'm the Man by Anthrax.
Interesting choice there. And we'll get to that on Anthrax.
We will.
And then finally, ooh, man, tight song here. Number 2 seed, Dr. Feelgood by Motley Crue. That's right. 2 umlauts for double dose of that action right there. And taking on 15 seed, Kiss Me Deadly by Lita Ford, the lone woman to make it in to the hair metal minigame. So, there you go. That's
it.
Is how the region will lay out when we get to it next Friday, when we start knocking out, matchups next Friday. But, Joe,
yes,
you know how much people always say, but Joe and Keith, what were your first 3 out? Which ones didn't make it?
I get so many letters. Oh,
it's all people talk about.
Right?
So I should have like a bumper for first 3 out, like a sad trombone or something like.
Wah, wah.
But I don't. So
all right.
I do have Bill and Ted, who are kind of metal.
Excellent!
So I could throw that in.
Go.
All right, so these are Joe's and my first 3 out. Joe, lead us off.
All right. My first out is by the band Bad English, and it's When I See You Smile.
And where did you have this one ranked in your top?
I had it ranked number 12 on my list.
Oh, yeah. Now, Bad English was a super group.
That's right. They had capes and everything.
Yeah, that's right. Made up of members of Journey and the Babies, notably John Waite, lead singer, Jonathan Cain on keyboards from Journey, Neil Sean on guitar from Journey. So, super group.
The designation hair metal may be off with Bad English, I feel, right?
Well, we're going to give you a little bit of the chorus in the clear here, though. Let the audience decide.
When I see you smile, I can face the world. Oh, you know I can do anything.
So that's that song, When I See You Smile. And I don't know, can I find, here, I'll go to the guitar solo and we'll see. We'll let the audience decide if this is hair metal or not. I don't know. Personally, obviously, it didn't make it. I unranked it, which is why your 12 didn't climb into the top 16.
Right.
But so be it. I mean, they did have relatively big hair.
Yeah, all right.
They didn't fall into, again, we are going to have differing opinions on what's hair metal and what isn't. That's just how it goes.
Right.
For me, that wasn't. For you, maybe it was. I know Dan Knapp is a big fan of Bad English. Maybe we should ask him. Dan's wife, if you're listening, Shannon, ask Dan if he thinks that's hair metal. Let's find out. All right. My first out is so, again, to me, totally hair metal. And it's the insane power ballad, I'll Never Let You Go by Steelheart. I had it ranked 13, and then we found out it came out in January of 1990 and was immediately disqualified, Joe.
Damn it, Steelheart.
I know. This guy's voice, Jesus Christ. All right, let me jump to the chorus. It's a kind of a hallmark of a hair metal singer that they sound like this. Now, Joe, had you heard this song before? Was this was obviously not on your list, didn't make it.
No.
Would have been disqualified.
I could not pick this song out of a lineup. Never heard it. Won't listen to it again.
For those who are hair metal aficionados, I'm going to jump to the end of the song, which has one of the highest notes in hair metal history. And so I'm going to give you the last 20 seconds here. It's the last note when he says, "I'll never let you go." One last time here. He's got to build up for it. Wow. Right? Anyway.
Yeah.
So, sadly, Steelheart, out of the competition. You were a little bit too late. All right, Joe. So that's my first out. Now let's hit your second out. What do you got?
All right, my second out is a pretty big act. I mean, they were pretty huge. It's the Scorpions.
Oh.
And it's their signature song, "Rock You Like a Hurricane." This is my number 13.
Iconic riff. I'll give you a capital I iconic on that one. Love this open. They also had a little bit of cachet for being German. They had that slight accent going, you know.
That's right. I will rock you as if you are a hurricane.
I'll jump to this. Well, here, let's see. Yeah, that's hot. All right, let me jump ahead to okay, let me. Here we go. Love It for Sting, name of the album. So there you go. Here I Am, Rock You Like a Hurricane. Super popular song from back in the day.
Absolutely. Very big.
I think this is one that I didn't put on my list just because I had so many. I considered Scorpions kind of in the back of my head as just like a rock, big rock act, like a Van Halen or something, and not and not fully. I thought they were too talented, kind of almost, you know, to be in it. So that's why.
All right.
But someone who's not too talented is Skid Row, and their song 18 in Life didn't quite make it. I had it at 14, you had it unranked, and so it failed to make it. But it is. Skid Row is definitely squarely in the middle of my hair metal, you know, the heart of my hair metal knowledge here. And all right. All right, let's get to the. So that's 18 in Life. Let's just jump ahead to a guitar solo, see what that sounds like. Anyway, no, he's not
that
quite.
That is definitely a lot of guitar.
Not quite Van Halen or anything there, though. So, yeah, so Skid Row, staying home for this one. Controversial, perhaps. We'll find out what people think when we release this. All right, Joe, so now we're down to our third songs out.
My third out is an oldie but a goodie. It is Quiet Riot. I had him at number 14. This is Come On, feel the noise.
Come on, feel the noise. Girls, rock your boys. We'll get wild, wild, wild. Wild, wild, wild. So you think I got an evil mind? I tell you, honey, I don't know why. I don't know why. So you think my singing's out of time? It makes me money. I don't know why. I don't know why anymore. Oh no. So come on, feel the noise. Girls, rock your boys.
Yeah.
We'll get wild,
All right, let me jump ahead.
get wild, 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 wild.
Feel it!
Girls, rock your boys. We'll get wild, wild, wild. We're gonna get wild. We're gonna get wild tonight. Rock it tonight.
Now, I thought there was a guitar bit in here somewhere.
There's a guitar solo somewhere in there, but could not tell you where it is.
I'm not sure where it is. Maybe it's here? Anyway, there you go. Come on, feel the noise. And, you know, the big thing of the time, the big deal was how they spelled the title of that one.
That's right.
Right? Yeah. So, that one
You
was...
mean the Z in noise, right?
That's what I meant. Yeah. No,
Yeah,
definitely.
yeah.
The Z in noise really changed that one.
It's controversial.
Yeah. That's a classic right there from Metal
It
Health.
really is.
And like you said, it's kind of an oldie, and I think that's why it didn't occur to me because it. But I think I agree. Looking back now, that Quiet Riot was kind of one of the kind of forerunners of proto glam
Yeah.
kind of bands, you know.
Yeah.
But since I didn't think of them, and since you had them at what again, 14, they did not make it, and. Similarly, No One Home in this House of Pain by Faster Pussycat. Possibly the least talented band in this group, in this list of artists that we're going to talk
That's
about.
saying something.
And this is kind of they're kind of sad, sensitive power ballad, kind of about child abuse. I think this song appears in Peacemaker. I don't know if you would recall
I would
that.
not be surprised. I don't recall it, but I would not be surprised.
All right, I'm gonna, jump ahead to
Move things along there.
We'll get you to the chorus here. All right, let's see what they've got for a guitar solo in this thing. Oh yeah, I think he bought his guitar the same day this was recorded. Anyway, that's Faster Pussycat. Since we won't be talking about them, I will say that I accidentally saw them live once as they opened for another band, and I didn't realize they would be there. But they were my roommate Chad. They were one of his favorite bands.
Oh, Chad.
Yeah, at the time,
Yeah.
Anyway, there you go. Faster Pussycat, the lead singer of which had the stage name Tie Me Down.
Oh.
Oh, it's brutal. That's another great hallmark of that we'll go through. Some of the stage names in some of these bands as we get to them are absolutely incredible. So those are our first three out. But, we like to kind of skirt the rules and give an honorable mention each.
That's right.
and House of Pain, Faster Pussycat was my 15th ranked song. So just to review, your first three out were your 12, 13, and 14, and my first three out were 13, 14, and 15.
So my number 15 is my honorable mention. It is another oldie. Oh, it's old. This is the great Dee Snider and Twisted Sister with We're Not Gonna Take It.
Yes.
We're not gonna take it. No, we ain't gonna take it. Oh, we're not gonna take it anymore. We've got the right to choose.
Oh, yeah.
There ain't no way we'll lose it. This is our life. This is our song.
All right.
We're not gonna take it. No, we ain't gonna take it. Oh, we're not gonna take it anymore. Oh, you're so condescending.
Yeah, they're very angry.
They are.
Anyway, that's where
So angry that they're not going to take it.
let's give a piece of their guitar action. Oh, harmonics there. Nice. So there's a little Twisted Sister. We're not going to take it. I see that one. I was so focused on those late 80s groups.
I get it, man.
That I missed a bunch of your kind of more the ones that started this whole thing, right? And Dee Snider, I mean, that look that he had, holy crap.
He had some hair, dude.
And so it might have been a little bit of a miss from me because looks-wise and in terms of being a forefather of this genre, I think you got that one kind of right on the nose there, and I kind of blew that one by going
also, still a really cool guy.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, Dee Snider. If you follow him on social media at all, he's pretty great.
Oh, that's awesome. Because, some of our favorite musicians have gone the other way.
That's right.
Kind of gone crazy. But, well, Joe, we're down to my honorable mention now. And I don't even know what to say except to start playing it. It's by Christian hair metal band Striper. Their name comes from...
let me tell you about another long-haired guy who people misunderstood.
And Striper, of course, took their name from Isaiah 53, verse 5. And yeah, this is Honestly. Had you ever heard this song before I listed it, Joe? Oh, Joe's got his phone flashlight out. He's down with this. It was very funny. Did you know this song, Joe, from back in the day, or
no?
Not? The thing that was
sorry.
Yeah.
I probably heard it once or twice. It's like vaguely familiar, but I did not seek it out.
I will jump to the chorus in just a second, but yeah, one of the things about hair metal is all the Christian groups trying to stop it from existing, right? That was like one of the biggest things going on in the late 80s, like Tipper Gore trying to stop some of this kind of stuff. And so then it was like, wait a minute, a Christian hair metal band? And, well, here's the chorus. can belt his shit out.
Always will be true. And I love you, can you see?
Get ready for some harmonies, Joe.
Oh boy.
All right, there you go. That is Striper. So
It
that
certainly is.
yeah, anyway. I wonder what people will think of these ridiculous lists that we have put together, the 16 that made it, the 8 that you heard just missed. We'd love to know.
That's right. Whatever you're feeling about it, you can let us know by going to our Substack. We are the 80sast.substack.com. You can also find us at Facebook, because we're there, by searching for the 80s Asked Podcast.
That's right. And you can find us on Spotify, Apple, and Google Podcasts. This list is up on Spotify, and it'll be posted with this post, so you can listen to this stuff. Because why wouldn't you want to go listen to 16 hair metal songs, right? you know you want to listen to that.
I know this list will be getting a lot of play in my car.
Hell yeah. And I'm going to just bring this full so majestically end our show here. Wow. It sounds like that bit at the end kind of sounds like the Fievel and song. You know what I'm talking about? Somewhere Out There.
Oh, yeah.
Kind of has a little somewhere out there to it. Anyway,
I can hear it.
That's that is our show for today. That's all the time we've got. Thanks for putting up with that garbage. And join us next time on the 80sist when we shift back to the usual stuff that we do, when we'll start our second round matchups in the bands region. So,
Bands!
that's right. Stick around to find out who survived and advanced in the band region. That'll all be coming to you on Monday. So, until then, on behalf of Joe Walk, this is Keith Marsteller saying, Joe, you know the absolutely most metal thing to ever happen?
I don't know. Ozzy Osbourne allegedly biting the head off a bat during a concert?
Oh, God, that is a good one. But that's not what I was going for. Try again.
How about Ozzy Osbourne snorting a line of fire ants on a pool deck while partying with Motley Crue? I mean, that's pretty metal.
Oh, dude, it is. It is. But that also was not the answer I was looking for.
Okay, so what about the TV show where Tony Randall, star of stage and screen, plays a closeted gay man who takes in a struggling single mom and her 5-year-old daughter to save them from the harsh streets of New York City?
Now you're cooking, Joe. I actually wasn't going for the show Love Sydney, but rather its theme song, sung by the 3 principal cast members. Joe, let me just tell you, that shit rips.
All right, that song is absolutely metal. I own the 45 of it, of course, and I played it every morning in high school to get psyched for my day.
I am psyched right now just thinking about it, Joe. Rock on.
Please believe me, lately my whole world is changing. Suddenly you're here and my life's better than before.
We're friends forever, sharing everything together.
Always understanding just how much the other cares.
We're friends forever. You know that's how I feel. We'll
Stick together. Please say we've got a deal. We're friends forever, and
I wish the audience,
Tony.
I wish the audience could have seen your face while listening to that. Is that the first you've heard that?
Oh, I have never heard that before. I never want to hear it again. Good Lord.
Had you ever heard of the show Love, Sidney?
Oh, I do. I can tell you that it started out as a TV movie.
Yeah, that's right.
And then they turned it into a sitcom.
Yeah.
And I want to say that they toned down the gayness of the character from the TV movie for the sitcom.
That's right. They purposely did that to make it kind of up in the air whether he was gay or not. But he's one of the first, gay characters on television with that. Although he himself, Tony Randall himself, I don't think was gay. Doesn't matter. But,
he was not.
But anyway, that was Swoozie Kurtz, a young Swoozie Kurtz singing part of that song along with some 5-year-old, whose name I've forgotten, Kalenda, something.
You got it, dude.
It's not actually her, but it's like that kind of situation.
Right.
Wow. Love, Sidney. So there you go. Please comment if you've ever heard of Love, Sidney or heard that song. We'd love to get some opinions on that. It felt like
I would
perfect.
seriously doubt if anyone has.
It felt like the perfect way to end the metal show. It couldn't belong any less than that, right?
Hey, Keith and Joe, how'd you celebrate your 100th show? I played Tony Randall singing with Swoozie Kurtz.
Oof.
All right.
Yeah, it sounds about right. Sounds about par for our course. Well, happy 100, brother. I'm glad we have gotten this far. All right.
All right. Take care.
You too.